Hi everyone, this is Maggie again, and today I wanted to share with you my experience of using an iPhone without sight. At the beginning, I wanted to mention that other smartphones are also accessible to blind people, but I have no experience of using it and no knowledge of how exactly it works. So in my recordings, I will focus on Apple devices. I also wanted to apologize for the poor quality of that video, but I am completely blind and I am recording it myself. And in fact, the most important thing is today what you hear and not what you can see. I also wanted to explain that I was inspired to record this video by conversations that I have with many different people on daily basis who are very curious about how blind people can read their emails, use text messages, check colors of different things, read text, or complete other daily tasks. So, in my daily life, iPhone is probably the most useful tool that helps me to independent, and this is why I decided to share with you my experience of using it and of using different apps that also help me to complete various tasks. So, to make iPhone accessible, we need to go to settings and go to accessibility settings and turn voiceover on. Voiceover is integrated part of iOS and we don't have to pay any additional money to use it. Once voiceover is activated, it is reading everything that is on the screen, including text, names of icons, and it is even describing some of the graphics. So I will try to demonstrate now how it works. So I will move my finger across the screen.
Phone. Double tap to open. Photos. Double tap to open. Camera. Double tap to open.
As you can hear, iPhone voiceover was reading the names of the apps and it was also telling me what gestures I need to use to activate them. It is telling me about what gestures to use because once voiceover is activated, the way the screen responds to touch is different. So for instance, when a sighted person is using an iPhone, I understand that it's enough to touch the chosen app or setting once to activate it. However, when blind person is using iPhone with voiceover, we need to touch the screen twice to activate an app or change the setting. It is protecting blind people from activating apps or changing settings accidentally. So when we tap the screen twice, very quickly, one tap after the other, then it is clear to VoiceOver that we are sure that we want to select this option or activate this app. So I will demonstrate it using phone app.
Phone.
So I touch the screen and I am sure that my finger is actually on a phone app, and now I will activating it, tapping on the screen twice.
Phone.
So now
Phone number. Text field.
it took me to the
Double
keypad.
tap to edit.
So I will show briefly how I can dial numbers.
9.
So I am
9.
dialing a number
0.
to
0.
my voicemails.
1. 1.
As you can see, I am tapping screen only once when selecting the numbers, and this is because iPhone has various typing modes and various people basically prefer different methods of typing, but I will explain all of the modes in a different videos because, to be fair, it is a quite detailed system, and I also find it fascinating the way we can choose between variety of modes. So people who have different experience or different levels of confidence can choose the most suitable typing mode. So to double check that I dialed the number correctly, I will just listen to it.
Phone number 901. Text
Okay,
field.
so the number is correct.
Double tap.
So I will call this number by tapping twice on a call function. Of course, we don't want to listen to my messages, So I will disconnect this
Contacts.
call.
Tab.
I
3
disconnected
5.
this call by tapping twice with 2 fingers on the screen. Now I will show you how I can change the settings, and I will use as an example my alarm clock. I am not going to more personal apps on purpose because I don't want to disclose my personal data by accident, and I also don't want to disclose personal data of my friends.
1.
So I will go to clock.
Full
Sorry.
page. Clock. 1:51 a.m. 6 a.m. Alarm. Switch button. On.
Okay.
6:15 a.m. Alarm. Switch button. Off. On.
So now I turn the alarm on by tapping the screen twice. So basically it is how we can change the settings. Now I will go back to home screen and I will scroll to the next screen by using 3 fingers. So I
Page
understand
3 of
that
5.
without
Connect
voiceover
drive.
we just use 1 finger.
Double
With
tap to
voiceover we need to use 3 fingers to scroll up and down. Now, just to maybe give you a bit more experience with voiceover, I will go to weather app.
Utilities. Weather. Birmingham. Cloudy. 6 degrees. Wednesday. Clouds. High 6. Low 6. Birmingham. Cloudy. Hourly forecasts. 2 a.m. Daily forecasts. Friday. Showers.
So as you can see, iPhone is reading everything that is on the screen. Daily forecast, hourly forecast, current weather. It would also read me the sunrise and sunset times. Everything is visible, that is visible on the screen, basically is also read out. Now I will briefly go to Google app just to show how
Blind square.
I can
Double tap to
browse
Google.
the internet.
Google.
So
Google. 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 Search field.
the most
Double tap to
important
search
thing
Google.
to share about using a Google app is that to start typing we need to select text field, and we are selecting it by tapping on the screen twice again,
Search field.
and
Search field.
this is again preventing us from typing accidentally.
Insertion point at start.
So now I confirmed by double tap that I want to type, and now I have keyboard available, and I will type a short phrase just to show how that would work.
G G U I F X M Usan Sukaj Usan X E R F F T T V space Y U I D D E E A E D S S.
So because we're approaching Christmas, I just typed gift ideas.
Gift ideas Christmas 2018.
Okay, perfect. Actually we have this.
Molten brown frankincense and allspice festive bauble 0.4 miles away. Molten
Okay,
brown frankincense
so now I
and
will
allspice festive
just
bauble
demonstrate
10.00
how I can
page 2
scroll
of
up
10.
down the pages.
Treat your loved. You visited this. Treat your loved ones with one of our fantastic. Treat your loved
And
ones
now
with one of our
I just
fantastic
open.
unique and page Christmas gift ideas 2018 vertical art previous button.
Now I went to this website, and again
Welcome.
I can
Page 2 of 11.
browse it
Previous button.
by scrolling up and down with 3 fingers. Okay, so now I will share with you a few of my favorite gestures that I use with VoiceOver, some my favorite functions of it. So one of them is turning a screen curtain on.
Speech off.
Oh, sorry.
Speech on. Screen curtain on.
So when I am in some public places and I want to read some private messages, just to make sure that I actually keep them private, I turn the curtain on, and then nobody can see what is on my screen. I actually find it sometimes hilarious when people think that I am using the phone that doesn't work or that it's switched off, but actually it is working. The screen is just not visible.
Speech off. Speech
Oh,
off.
sorry about that.
Screen curtain off.
So now again you can see what is on my screen. Another very useful function for me
Language.
is ability to change languages, because my first language is Polish.
Default language. Irish English.
I receive many messages and I read many texts in Polish, and I found this function very convenient.
Irish English. Default English.
For some reason, my favorite accent on iPhone is Australian. I have no idea why.
Rare screening. Containers. Headings. Volume.
I can also change volume.
65 speaking rate.
And I can also change speaking rate. For the purpose of that video, I was using very slow speech rate, but I normally like it much faster. So these are the basic functions of using iPhone with VoiceOver on. In future videos, I will share more information about more detailed functions, and I will also share my experience of using my favorite apps that are helping me to be independent. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you very soon.